Friends, my heart is bursting with joy right now because you responded beautifully to our invitation to give to ASAP's Feed His Lambs campaign. The words "thank you" don't do it justice. With the progress we're making, I'm certain that by Christmas, God will have sent enough funds through you and your connections for all the ASAP students from Myanmar to have their very own cuddly mega voice. And I'm praying that many mission schools will be fully funded as well. This is a huge encouragement to us here in the office and to the teachers who are sacrificing on the front lines. Jesus is not only answering our prayers for funds and cuddly mega voices, but He hears and answers the cries of each of His children. Take one Karen boy, for example. We'll call him Simu for his safety. Simu was raised in a Buddhist home. The first time he ever saw a Bible or heard the name of Jesus was when he stepped foot into one of the ASAP mission schools in the conflict zone between Myanmar and Thailand. Each day he was fed stories from the Bible, and those morsels of truth nourished his soul. However, he felt conflicted and doubted whether Jesus and the stories were real because it was so different from anything he'd ever heard before. But he wanted to believe what he heard. It brought so much hope to his heart in the midst of the uncertainty he felt with the war going on all around him. The desire to be baptized and fully accept Jesus into his heart grew until he couldn't keep it to himself any longer. One Sabbath, after church, he was talking with his two best friends, Dede and Albert, and told them he had decided to be baptized. His friends were surprised because coming from Buddhist families, they didn't believe in God. At school, they heard about Jesus every morning and evening and in class, but they were never interested in Him. They taunted Simu by suggesting that they make a test to see if God was actually real. It was the dry season, and it never rained in this area at that time of year. So they safely told Simu to pray to God and ask Him to make it rain. Dede took it a step further and said that if it rained in 7 days, he would join Simu in being baptized. Guess what Simu did? He implored the Lord to make it rain. "Jesus," he cried, "are you really the powerful God that we see in the Bible? If you made it rain for Elijah, can you make it rain now? I want my best friends to see your power. I confess I need to see you work too." Day 1, nothing happened. Day 2, no rain. Day 3, day 4, the same. Dede and Albert started mocking Simu. "So, you really want to get baptized, huh? Why isn't God responding to your prayers? Is He on His cell phone? Or doesn't He get reception way out here? Maybe it's because God doesn't exist." But Simu didn't give up praying. The taunts only sent him to his knees more earnestly. On Thursday night, day 5, Simu went to sleep with peace, having faith that God would come through. Friday morning, something miraculous happened. As Simu and his friends were heading to wash their face and brush their teeth, it suddenly began to rain. A huge smile broke over Simu's face. God had answered his prayers. Even though his friends felt the raindrops, they were in disbelief and denial at first. Finally, they said to Simu, "You're right. The God of heaven and earth is the true God. We will keep our promise and follow you into the river to get baptized once we study a little more." You know, since making this decision, Simu, Dede, and Albert have faced all kinds of challenges, but they believe in Jesus and they talk to Him every day. God keeps revealing Himself to them, one answered prayer at a time. When I think of Simu and many other children in Myanmar who are learning to trust Jesus, I think of the verse in Psalms 50, verse 15, that says, "Call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver you, and you shall glorify me. Doesn't their story increase your faith in Jesus and encourage you to pray more? It sure does me. Even after ASAP's Feed His Lambs campaign is over, please continue to come alongside the children of Myanmar with your daily prayers, asking God to keep revealing His character of love to them and their families. Because Jesus is coming soon, now more than ever, mission matters.